Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining me today. This is Marilyn Gale. Okay, people, today I am doing another recap of the Seeking Sister Wives, and again, I'm going to be talking about the Snowdens. Okay, the Snowdens are having a sort of pool party with the Snowdens. That would be Dimitri and Ashley and their potential sister wife, Vanessa, and Vanessa's twin, Adrian, and their younger sister, Amy. Okay, the oldest daughter, the baby, they're in the pool with Vanessa. And Ashley, in her confessional, she is saying that she noticed that Adrian is guarded, and Dimitri is saying that Adrian could unravel everything that they built with Vanessa if she's not down with her sister being a sister wife. And at this time, the sister is still not having it. She's not feeling it at all. Dimitri says that when the sisters leave, or at least Adrian leave, he wants the sisters to leave with a good representation of the family dynamics. Okay, so Demetrius brings drinks out to the pool for the adults. I'm not really sure what's in those glasses, whether it's alcohol or wine or, Kool-Aid or whatever. But he's bringing the drinks out. So first he gives Ashley, his wife, he gives Ashley a drink and he gives her a kiss. He goes over to Adrian, the Vanessa's twin sister, gives her a drink. Vanessa's in the pool, but right now she's alone. She's leaning on the outside of the pool, her arms over the edge, and he gives her a drink and said it's going to cost her. And she leans up and he leans down and he gives her a kiss. So Vanessa's twin sister, Adrian, is looking at them and I'm sorry, no, she's not. Take that back. Instead of looking at them, she's looking at Ashley, the wife, to see how she's taking it. To see, I guess, if she sees any signs of jealousy or what have you, but she's basically looking at Ashley for her reaction. So when Dimitri kisses Vanessa, and then she notices Ashley, and Ashley's not budging, she's not looking any kind of way, or she doesn't look jealous, she doesn't look like, she's ready to snatch Vanessa's hair out. She's not looking like that. So Adrian is, saying she thinks the whole thing is just bizarre. Now, in the confessional, Adrian admits that she just want to make sure her sister is okay and that Ashley and Dimitri has Vanessa's best interests at heart. Adrian tells Ashley she knows that she was harsh with Vanessa at lunch. So Ashley basically tells her she's always had a sense of community and a sense of sisterhood. And, I'm just thinking the Snowdens it takes a village more literally than most people. I'm going to be honest, guys. I really don't think Vanessa is jealous. I really think Vanessa is in this lifestyle. I don't think that Dimitri is forcing her to do anything. Like I said before, I think Ashley is running that show. Now, if she didn't want this lifestyle, would Dimitri stop? Would he just be satisfied with this family as it is now, I don't know. I don't know whether he would, just co-parent with the the 3 children they have now, and find somebody else that he wanted to live this lifestyle with and make sure they were on board. I don't know. I suspect that he might stay, because he's always saying that family comes first, and the family is the center, and he makes sure that the wife gets what she needs. So I'm not sure though, guys. Okay, again in the confessional, Ashley is saying that Adrian, which is the twin of the potential sister wife Vanessa, is asking a lot of questions on how polygamy works. And Dimitri is still questioning and saying, by her having questions, that means that she has an open mind. At this point, he's still saying, he don't think that Adrian's into it, but at least she's asking questions. Now, Adrian is saying to Ashley, how does she deal with jealousy? Because she wouldn't be able to handle this. She wouldn't be able to do the sister wife thing. And so Ashley just basically tells her, with any relationship, whether it's monogamy, whether it's polygamy, whatever the relationship is, any relationship, if you have insecurities, it will amplify. It will amplify those insecurities. So that could mean if you're living in a so-called monogamous relationship, if you're insecure, and you're going to be certainly insecure with polygamy. So Vanessa's in the pool and she's watching Ashley and Vanessa talk. And she doesn't really want to step in to the conversation. And she's a little nervous, but she's just letting them talk, and she's hoping Adrian will listen and have an open mind about the whole situation, polygamy. So Adrian is still asking questions. So she asks Ashley, how are you going to feel when Vanessa has Dimitri's baby? So Ashley tells her, she's going to feel great, and that that'll give her a chance to, see someone else get their turn, see Vanessa get her turn, and then in return, she's going to help Vanessa with her children, like Vanessa helps her out with her children. So, like I said, nothing is taking her by surprise. See, they've been trying to do this, guys, for years, and they have not met their match yet. Remember last time, Dimitri and the other lady, and I always forget her name. She was too young, I think. I think she was only about 21 or whatever. And Dimitri slept. And she wasn't really upset. She was just like, he didn't cheat. He just did it out of order. It's an order to how they live and how the respects comes in. Me, myself, if, I believe in sisterhood, but I don't want no sister wife. I believe in, women not bashing each other. Now, if you do some foul stuff to me, you get what you get. But as a whole, I don't like to see women bash at each other, especially, did I say bash at each other? Bash each other, especially if it's over a man, which a lot of times when two women are at it, it's a man in the mix. And I hate to see that. And about Ashley being sincere. I think she is sincere about having Vanessa have her turn when she has Dimitri's children. Oh, that sounds, this whole thing is, it sounds mind boggling, but I really believe that Ashley is sincere, especially because she sees how Vanessa cares for her children. See, now, as a mother, and you mothers can attest to this, when somebody treats your children good and they're good to your kids, they're kind to your kids, and they pay attention to your kids, and, they just seem to have such a wonderful relationship with your kid, it does soften your heart. That's how a lot of men can get into to a lot of women's home, and some are sincere and some are not. They play in the game. They are good to your kids until they move in. Then if they move in and get married, and they continue to be good with your kids, it softens your heart. It softens your heart. And I'm not talking about getting in and then, these predators, these pedophiles that come in, which that's a different story. But we're talking about a guy that's on the up and up and is not a pedophile because, like I said, that's another video to be made. Now, in the confessional, Adrian says that she can tell Ashley cares for Vanessa. She's not in it. She's not convinced 100%. She's not 100% on board yet, but she sees that they care about her. And she thinks that that Ashley and Dimitri are lovely people. So anyway, Adrian had been talking to Ashley, so she goes over to where Dimitri is and asks him how he's doing. And Dimitri says, he's doing good. Then she tells him he's living quite the life. And he responds, you think so? And she tells him she's curious how all this is going to work out. She really wants to know if it's draining to look after two women and their needs. And Dimitri says, she asks, is this draining? And Dimitri tells her no. He gives them both what they need. And then he responds accordingly. I'm just looking from the outside to the inside, and I believe that. He looks like he's the kind of man that could easily have two women. And I'm not sure whether I'm complimenting him or shaming him. I'm not sure which one it is, but he looks like he's the type, as a lot of men are. And the difference is he's letting the world see. And a lot of men, this is done in secret. And please, guys, do not say I am condoning this lifestyle. Let me tell you, it is not for me. No way. Because I've said this many times on the subject of polygamy. I don't want no other woman in my kitchen or my bathroom, all in my stuff. I just couldn't. I can't do it. But let me just remind you also, Dimitri, it's understood, and he's made it plain that he's the breadwinner, and the women can get their hobbies, get their careers, open a nonprofit. They are free to do what he wants. So in giving advice, I remember him saying that the man has to be in a position to live this lifestyle financially and emotionally. And he has online businesses. I'm not really sure what they was, but I think it's about 4 businesses. And he was able to move from Atlanta, Georgia to Los Angeles without a thought, except for, getting their things together. They sold most of their items, so they could travel a little lighter. I don't know whether they sold their house or not. Big house, nice house. I don't know. He mentioned that he would have to liquidate some properties. So I don't know if he did that or in the process, but he doesn't have to look for a job. He can work from home, make his contacts online or by phone. So he was just saying, and this was in another article that I read, he was just saying that you have to be financially independent to do this, to take care of the women that you bring in. And, because and I know that Ashley has some things going on. So she's not just sitting around. She has her interests. In fact, she has a YouTube channel where she doesn't even, and I haven't so far, I've watched a few of her videos. She doesn't even bring in the fact that she's doing this polygamy. On one of them, she does like a modern dance just to show her talents. And she's very good at it. So she's not around just doing anything. And I can't imagine that Vanessa would sit around and do anything. And in Georgia, they had, I never saw them, but they made reference to a nanny. So I think they have the finances to have nannies, housekeepers, if they wanted. Housekeeper, I haven't seen any there. They seem like they do their housework themselves. So getting back to Dimitri and Adrian, Dimitri assures Adrian that he wouldn't do anything intentional to hurt Vanessa, that he adores her. And he even said the L word, he loves her. I think he's not in love with her yet, but he loves her. In the confessional, Ashley says that basically they don't want to lose Vanessa because of feedback from Adrian. Now, Amy, Vanessa, and Adrian have a private talk. It looks like they're in Vanessa's bedroom. And Adrian says polygamy is not her lifestyle and not for her. However, she says the dynamics with the Snowden, she really, she thinks they're good people. They're nice people. And she tells Vanessa that she's sorry. And she's sorry the way she treated her when they went to lunch. She was really, at her at lunch. I mean, as would a lot of family members be if your sister or cousin or family member was going to go into polygamy, you would be concerned for them. She also tells Vanessa that she doesn't think that it's a cult. And then they kind of laugh a little bit because that was her problem. She thought it was strange. And she just did not want to go back to the other side of the world, Australia, leave her sister in some mess. So I think right now, having this time with the Snowdens made her feel a little bit more at ease. She's not 100%, she says, but it makes her feel a little bit at ease. Okay, so that's the end of this episode, but they give a preview, guys. And in the preview, it's time for Dimitri and Vanessa to get intimate. They're in the kitchen, all in the kitchen, and Ashley asks jokingly to Vanessa, "Are you ready for the D?" And I think she puts it that way because Vanessa had laughed about, going on that alkaline diet, and she was saying that she's never had to go on a diet to get the D. So that's why Ashley turned around and she's being joking with her. So Vanessa says, oh, I'm going to bed now. And Dimitri says, how does he put it? I'll catch up with you later. I mean, he says it not quite like that, but they looking at each other, and Dimitri is looking at Vanessa like she is a snack. She is more than a Lunchable. She is one of them hearty snacks will fill you up, and then afterwards you ready to go to sleep. Now, I'm hoping that Vanessa's bedroom is on the other side of the house, because Vanessa admits it's been a long time for her, because she, when she was told by Ashley that she had to go on that alkaline diet, I can see in her face, oh shoot, I gotta wait some more. So she's ready, and Dimitri been ready. They both been ready. They've been, looking at each other and goo goo gaga, and and it's the chemistry has been there. And I'm sure glad that there are those babies in the house. They're little, because they don't need to be seeing Vanessa and Dimitri wrestle, if you know what I mean. They don't need to see any of it. And that's the thing with me. They're little, but the other families that I'll be talking about, is one family that they have an 11-year-old, and I think the other one is, I'm not sure, 9. I'm not sure, but they're old enough to know what's going on. And that to me, when you just suddenly say you're going to do this, as far as the kids are concerned, you had been, maybe the two adults have been talking for a while, but the kids suddenly see that dad is going on a date with mom, and mom is like, she knows. I'm just wondering how that can be confusing to the kids. So Ashley says, when she knows that tonight is the night that they're going to get busy, Ashley is actually concerned that everything goes well, because if it doesn't, they'll have to start all over with another potential sister wife. And like I said, they've been doing this for years, trying to find a sister wife. So guys, that's what I got for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I think next week is going to be juicy, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll be bringing the other two families, and there is a third family. There is a third family, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I'm going to recap these episodes, at least let it be interesting. I mean, I don't agree with the lifestyle. It's not for me. I'm just, this is giving information to people, and, just the way people live and how they live, and, what people will put up with or not put up with. However, the other family, guys, I'd rather watch paint dry. To me, they're boring as all get out. And the fact that one of them, expresses some ideas of how they're going to, what this lifestyle, what kind of rewards like in the afterlife. And to me you guys think these three families is strange. I think, I think they're the strangest out of the bunch, in my opinion. So I don't even want to recap that. Like I said, I'd rather watch paint dry. So anyway, guys, that's it for today. This was longer than I thought it would be. The other two, I don't think will be as long. I'm still kind of going over, kind of getting those other two families together, what I'm going to do for the recap. But I don't think they'll be as long as this one. So it's different than the Snowden's family. So, and they're the Aldriches and the McGees. So anyway, I will bring you those in the next couple of days, and you tell me, which one you like best, or none of them or all of them. But it's just brought to you because, like I said, I find this interesting. I find the subject interesting. And there's a lot of things that I find interesting that I don't want no parts of. But that's what makes the world go round. Viva the difference, or whatever way you say it in French. Anyway, I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me. If you have not subscribed, please do so now and click that notification bell. And I'll see you again soon. Have a good night.